niggas do real things. Busting my toes off the roof, drinking 90 proof through spring. Real niggas do real things. Check it. I started out making small time baking.
Here, and we thought of all the things, all the dynamics of family. Okay, and then I just shared a story just to enhance understanding of how important communication is. And communication is not just talking; it's listening and understanding. Okay, and so then I asked the question, what do you think counts as good writing? And we came up with good grammar, meaningfulness, having something that's interesting and that flows. Those of you that just came on board, do you have anything you want to add?
This is interesting.
In 2010, Barack Obama initiated the Plain Language Act. And we actually have a class lesson on it, so you'll get better familiar with it.
Cool.
But it kind of ties in what Carolyn said when she said, I don't realize why, sometimes the simplest things people gravitate towards, and they say it's because they're attracted to her passion. Well, what Barack Obama realized is that people like talking to people. So when you're writing, your writing needs to sound human. You follow? So that they get that it's authentic. It's the real you. And so sometimes keeping it simple.
Keep it simple,
is best. That's actually more effective than you trying to write to impress. Now, you may not be as old as I am, but in my day, we actually was trained to write to impress people.
Me too.
And I think over the years, we just realized
Even
that the objective of this class is for us to know how to prepare our writings and do research.
I'm here.
Just real quick, so you don't waste any time. Just imagine an upside down T, and what I want you to do is on one side put your reaction. So anything that I say that catches your attention, on the left side of that upside down T, you're gonna write down either a key concept a key term or concept that you heard me mention, a question that pops in your mind from something that I said or something that a classmate has said. Write that on the reaction side. On the right side is going to be the response, and the response would either be explanation or illustration or definition of some sort, okay, of what was either your reaction of something I said or your classmate said or something that you read. On the bottom of the T,
so commas used to
separate, introduce, and enclose. Don't use it just because you took a breath. You know that can't work because your breathing pattern changed. I was told that, but as I got older, if I went by that, I would have comma madness.
Okay.
Now at my age, I go up the steps one time, come back down. I'm trying hard to catch my breath. So let's follow a rule that is absolute. Use a comma to separate. We separate a series of items. Introduce. When you introduce have a word or a phrase, when you're introducing a clause, you will have a comma to separate that word or phrase from the rest of the sentence. You could also use a comma to enclose when you have non-essential elements. Non-essential element is when you have a group of words that's extra, and you say, if it's extra, why does the writer use it?
I like the way she wrote. Yeah.
Let's go to number 11.
She said it's just like having a kid in front of the parent. We didn't go as far as I want to go,
but I promise you at 8 o'clock I will give you a break.
Independent clause and the dependent clause.
Number 11.
You can't be in front of me.
Won't be in today. He has the flu. Me. And believe it or not, this I said my mentor, but she's younger than I am. But her wisdom was above her age. And what she shared with me, she said there's always a yes. A lot of times when we write, we're writing to get something, right?
Right.
And sometimes we feel like we don't know how to do that. But she told me there's always a yes. It's just a matter of whether you're willing to commit to the time and effort it will take to get it. And she's one of the first the highest ranking officers in the Army. And the reason why she's there is because she knew there was always a yes. And all it took was working hard putting the time in. You know, you got to invest. All right?
Got to invest that time.
I'm looking forward to empowering you. Let's see. I got 5 more minutes. My strengths. You know,
my
you
strengths
gotta
are my
embrace
weaknesses,
the
and my
good
weaknesses are
and
my
the bad.
strengths.
Don't hide your weakness. You know, expose it so you can learn from it. Okay, so I'm hoping that you're getting that through this diagnostic test. This means that you have more to say, but you're not saying it because you assume that the audience knows what it is.
Like something very popular.